laptop camera, but I got a new laptop, so it's looking good. All right. We're starting on our mats in child's pose. So if you want to make your way there, you can. A reminder that Cupid Scramble is happening. This is the second to last day. So I will give you the letter at the end of class, and then at the end of tomorrow, after you get the letters, you can submit this week's word as well as the last 2 weeks' word. So if you haven't been participating, you can go back into the recordings, do the classes, and then get the letter for those as well. So I will give you the letter at the end of class before I let you go today. One. All right, we are starting on our mats in child's pose. So make your way there. You can make this child's pose whatever feels more comfortable for you. So I like my knees as wide as my mat so my chest can sink through a little bit more. You can also bring your knees close. That's going to help round out the shoulders a little more. Whatever your body needs this morning, you're going to sink those hips back, walk the hands forward, and find a place of stillness here. So I really want you to focus on releasing tension. With each breath, try to sink a little heavier into your mat, whether that's sinking your hips back further, releasing some stress from your shoulders, your head, your neck. Let as much air as you can in on your inhale, as much as you can out on your exhale. Walk your hands now to the left side of your mat. So your right hand is going to cross over your left hand. And then your right hip is going to reach the opposite direction. So you get a really good stretch along that right side of your body. We're working on the posterior chain today, which just means the back of your body. We're going to strengthen it. We're going to lengthen it. So you'll hopefully leave feeling a little bit lighter and maybe even a little taller. You never know. But walk your hands through center and switch sides. I have seen clients in Pilates gain in half an inch or an inch of height if they come in with really rounded backs or really compressed spines. So when I say that, I'm being serious. Inhale, come back center. Go ahead and rock yourself up onto all fours. So you're going to bring those knees underneath your hips and then hands underneath your shoulders. From there, I want you to screw your hands into the ground so your elbow creases will start to face forward. It's going to help you pack those shoulders down. Inhale, drop the belly. Feel that stretch in the abdominals. Exhale, round out the spine. Pull that chin towards your chest. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, chin to chest, round the spine. Continue here at the pace of your own breath. Feel free to hold or take your pause in one direction over the other, depending on what your body needs. You're going to meet me in a neutral spine, so between those two extremes. From here, we're going to rock side to side. So I want you to create the letter C on the right side of your body by bringing your shoulder towards your right hip. That way the left side is lengthening. So you're not rotating through the shoulders here. Your arms stay straight, but you're almost just kind of using your oblique to pull that shoulder and hip together. And then you'll switch. So actively pull left shoulder towards left hip. That activation on that side lets the right side, the opposite side, release. So instead of passively doing it, we want to really actively pull those muscles together. You're going to continue to switch sides at the pace of your own breath. So slow with control. One more to each side. And Then you'll come back center into that neutral spine. And with your hips, I'm going to have you circle them around. So you're taking them out to the right side, back to your heels, over to the left, and up, back center. You can even come forward a little bit over those fingertips if that feels okay. Don't think too much about this movement. It should just feel good in your hips and your spine and your shoulder. Go ahead and reverse directions. And then meet me back in center. So we're finding that neutral position, screwing our hands in. Our right leg is going to go long, and our left arm is going to go long. So opposite arm, opposite leg. I want you to just pause here in extension. To modify this position or this movement, your hands will both stay on the mat and you'll just extend your legs. In this position, I want you to pack those shoulders out. So make sure they're not creeping up into your ears. Our belly buttons are pulled in towards our spine. So you notice my spine's nice and flat. It's not arched. My belly's not dipping towards the ground. And my hips are facing the mat. So that's the extension position we want to find. Go ahead and switch sides. Once you extend, pause, check in, make sure those points of check-ins are there. So packing the shoulder, pulling up the belly button, extending the leg, and then you'll switch and we're going to move a little faster. You're trying to find that stable position each time. Exhale as you extend. Inhale as you come back down. Right. One more each side. And then we're going to hold an extension. From here, I want you to take that knee to elbow and reach. So you're going to have some flexion in your spine. That's okay. That's what we want. And then when you extend, you're back to that really stable position in neutral. Pull it in. Reach out. For 3, 2, 1. Reach out. Hand and knee come back to the mat and we'll switch sides. Extend. Find your stability. And then pull knee to elbow. Reach. For 3, 2, 1. Good work. Hand and knee come back to the mat. I want you to walk your hands forward just slightly. Knees walk back. So you're in a modified plank position. Your shoulders are still over those wrists. We're going to come into a Pilates push-up. So our shoulders are packed. On our inhale, we're bending our elbows. If you can only bend a centimeter, that's okay. Exhale, press up. Inhale, press back into that child's pose so you get a little stretch. And then bring it forward. Inhale down. Exhale up and back. Inhale forward and down. Now the same rules apply in this exercise as they did in the last. We're keeping our spine nice and neutral. So our bellies aren't dipping. Our heads aren't dipping towards the mat. Shoulders are packed. So you want to maintain that as you lower, which is why I would rather you not go down quite as far and maintain that form. You only have 2 more. I know push-ups can be terrible, but they're really good for you. So we're doing them. Last one. Press back, rest in that child's pose. Take a couple deep breaths, slow the breathing down, slow the heart rate down. And then you're going to walk your hands up and you're going to flip over onto your back. Take your time getting there. You're going to lower down. Once you're there, feel free to rock your knees side to side. Maybe you reach your arms overhead. Whatever little movements you need to let your spine kind of level out on the mat. Arms are going to be at your side. I want your heels as close as they can get to your glutes. About hip distance apart here. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, draw that belly button down towards the mat. Tuck your tailbone under and start to lift the hips as you roll through the spine. At the top of the movement, I want you to pause, inhale, exhale, roll down one vertebrae at a time, nice and slow. It should take you 3 to 4 seconds to get to the mat. Inhale at the bottom, exhale, engage, tuck, lift, hold at the top, exhale, roll it down. Inhale at the bottom, exhale, tuck and lift. Hold, pause at the top, inhale, exhale, roll it down. One more here. Inhale, exhale, roll up. Inhale at the top, exhale, roll it down. Beautiful. Right leg is going to go long. I want you to think about reaching your leg outside of your hip. So really reaching muscularly out of that hip joint. And we're going to lift and lower. So this is where we're starting to lengthen that posterior chain. So when you come up, I want you to find the point where you feel a slight stretch in the back of your leg. That's going to be your end point in that range of motion. Inhale as you lower, exhale as you lift. It's going to help that core engage, leg lift. You might notice that you can get higher as the movement continues. That's totally normal, so just follow that, find that stretch again for 3, 2, 1. Leg is going to be straight in the air. We're going to reach our arms to frame that thigh, the upper thigh, and lift our shoulders to match it. So we're lifting through the core, even though our shoulders and heads are lifted, and we're going to climb the tree. So you're going to plant your hands, lift as high as you can, tap the highest point, and then control down all the way to the ground. Lift up through the core, climb the tree, and lower. The whole time, you're feeling that stretch in the leg, and when you lift that upper body, that stretch might get even deeper. But by engaging the core, you're helping that spine release. We have one more here. Up and lower. Good work. Right foot comes back to the mat. Extend that left leg out long. Again, find length, lift, and lower. Lifting until you feel a slight stretch. It does not need to be an intense stretch. Just a slight stretch as you lift. Exhale on the up. Inhale on the down. If you feel any discomfort, snap, crackles, and pops, hips and knees, just decrease that range of motion. Three more. 2, 1. Leg stays up. Reach the arms, lift the shoulders and head, and we climb. Inhale down, nice and slow. Exhale, lift. First thing that happens is that core engages, belly button lowers towards the spine. Exhale the whole time you're lifting. Inhale the whole time you're lowering. So you're letting your air out nice and slow. Beautiful. We have 2 more. Last one. Lower down. And let that leg come down. Go ahead and swipe those knees side to side. Just twice each side, and then we'll meet back in center. Right leg is going to extend. This time, I want you to imagine you're taking your thigh bone and twisting it out. So that leg is coming into external rotation. From there, we're inhaling down, exhaling up. I want you to imagine you're lifting through that inner thigh. Now again, your end point on the way up is going to be where you feel that stretch. You're going to feel it more on the outside of your leg now. But that length still applies. So we're reaching the leg out of the hip, maintaining that external rotation as we lift and lower. Exhale as you lift. You've got 3, 2, 1. I want you to pause halfway. So it's kind of floating in the air. You're going to pull that knee in like you're a frog and extend it out. So it's staying in that external rotation, but you're pulling it in, the knee's kind of going out to the side, and then extending it out like you're swimming breaststroke or doing a frog hop. Find that length each time you extend. So you almost pause there for a second. You've got 3, 2, 1. Extend that leg straight. Bring it back parallel. Point the toe. Big circle with that leg. As big as you can make it without rolling off to the side. And if you, again, feel any discomfort in those joints, you just decrease the range of motion. Go ahead and reverse. Use the core to stabilize the pelvis as you circle. For 2, last one. Right leg comes back to the mat. Ooh, gets to rest. Left leg extends. Imagine you're taking that thigh bone, turning it out, lift, and lower. Now, a lot of times when we turn one leg out, the other leg wants to follow. So you might find that this leg is starting to kind of tip out to the side. Try to keep it nice and parallel. There's value in teaching our bodies to do our limbs to do separate things. We want to have that mind-body connection. Find the length in the leg, find the stretch at the top. Maintain that external rotation the whole time. You've got 2. 1, hold halfway, pull that knee in, extend out. Maintaining the rotation. Exhale as you press out. That's going to help with the length. Draw the core in. Extend. Pull it in. Reach. And pull. For 3, 2, 1. Extend. Come back parallel. Point the toe. Big circle. Maintaining the length now as you circle. Go ahead and reverse. Last one. And then the leg or the foot comes back to the mat. Go ahead and hug your knees into your chest. You're going to let both knees fall to the right side. So I want you to be laying fully on your right. Arms are going to be out to the side. Now you're going to take your left arm, that top arm, put your thumb into the carpet or the floor. Now I want you to draw a big circle over your head, following your fingers with your gaze as you come all the way around. So really getting that rotation in the spine. Your arm can come all the way to a T. My wall is in my way. And then you're going to come back the other direction. As you open, I want you to exhale. So you're really getting that spine rotation. You're getting your left shoulder as close to the ground as you can on that side. And then you come back. Good work. Finish up that repetition and then you'll switch sides. So same thing on the left. You want to lie on that left side. Right arm, right thumb in the floor, and then open up. Try to keep contact with the thumb in the floor the whole time you're moving. This is one of my favorite stretches of all times. Inhale back. Exhale, open. If your thumb can't hit the ground, that's okay. Just make note of that and know that that's the goal when you do it, when you continue to do it. Finish that rep. You're doing 3 reps on each side. I'm taking you a little over, so I want to let you go. But if you need to take more time on the mat, please do. Your letter for today is O as in oatmeal. O. Remember to join class tomorrow, get the last letter, and then submit your words. I will send out that gym information. If anyone else wants it, go ahead and send me an email, and I will send you the link. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you all have a great Thursday and a good